All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the newest episode of Avillion and Brayden Talks. Big stuff has been happening with one of our favorite football teams that we'll get into in a minute. Um,
Yep.
One of the properties me and Jacob appreciate the most had gotten some major leaks. I haven't really looked into any of them. Um,
Plus, there's a new game coming out in 2 days.
yes,
We're
and
2 days away. That is crazy to think about.
while we're talking about Pokemon, we're this week we're finishing a Nuzlocke.
That's right. That's right. In 2 days. So yeah, same day ZA comes out, you and I have to. We're beating the Hoenn Elite Four.
Yeah. So
We're
what?
beating it, both of us.
Yes.
We're
Yeah.
not challenging it. We're beating
Yes.
it.
I don't know, dude.
Gabe was hating.
He was on my dick. I don't.
Gabe's always hating.
Dude. You should have seen his reaction when I told him I taught Thunderbolt to Groudon.
Mhm.
You should have seen. He was so disappointed in that decision, and I was like, "What else did you want me to do?"
You needed the coverage.
I was like, I needed it, and then by the way, throwing it out there and it using throwing it out there and it using a move, so I didn't just throw it out there to throw it out there. It used up its turn, and when I switched it, then I had a one turn solar beam the rest of the way. Like it worked so perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
He was just bouncing on my wood, absolute bouncing, and I'm like, dude,
Mm.
my team. I'm not final because I'm gonna now that I'm there. I'm gonna do all the prep work. I'm gonna look at the Elite Four, look at the champion like we did last time, and
Mm-hmm.
be careful about it. Just bouncing on my fucking wood. I think I will make one team member switch though. I think I'm gonna switch out Armaldo and I'm gonna train up the Magnemite to a Magneton.
Yeah, I get that.
Uh,
Oh, that's right. No Magnezone in this game still. It's
yeah,
Gen 4.
but Armaldo is not really doing much. So
I get it.
I mean, I'll look at the box entirely because he was asking me questions like who's in your box and what moves do all your Pokemon have, and I'm like, dude, I don't have that shit memorized. I don't know right now. I could not tell you.
Gabe is a Nuzlocke veteran.
Yeah, but I'm like, dude, I'm not going. Okay, I get that it can be tough. I'm not going up against Wolfie. Like I'll be able to do a little prep work beforehand and be fine. But anyways, yeah. So let's get into what's going on with you, brother. Anything interesting?
Um, well, first off, rest in peace, D'Angelo. It's not often that I get news that just flat out ruins my day. But yeah, that I'm not even like a super fan, but like, dude was only 51. It's just unfortunate. But yeah, rest in peace. Pancreatic cancer, to my knowledge, is what got him. Which, to my understanding, pancreatic cancer, for the most part, you won't know you have it until it's stage 4. Like, there's very little that shows up. Unless you're, like, scanning for something else and they just happen to catch it, you are pretty much not going to know until it's too late. Very unfortunate stuff. So, rest in peace, D'Angelo. As far as what's new in my life, was at my dad's this weekend. First Titans game watched with my dad this season. Obviously unsuccessful. We'll get to that.
Or was it successful in the long term?
Well, we'll see.
We'll get to that.
We'll discuss that for sure. There's a cat over here. By the way, yesterday, got home from work yesterday, and I washed my bed sheets as one does. And
Mine are in the washer right now.
I took a nap right after I washed my bed sheets. As soon as they were clean, I threw them on the bed and I took a nap. This one here took a nap with me. I wake up, she's just laying next to me as she typically does, and she gets up to go to the bathroom. Say less, whatever. I'm still in bed, haven't left the bed yet, and she comes back on the bed and starts doing the boot, scoot, and boogie on my freshly clean sheets. And I'm like, you got me fucked up. She knows I'm talking about her. Like, you got me fucked up. And she turns around and I see that there's like a shit like on her leg. And I'm like, well, how the hell did that happen? And when she stands up and runs off, it's gone. And so I go to her and the shit is stuck to a hair that's stuck in her butt. So I had to pull the damn hair out. And then wash my sheets again. and then also clean up this big old streak in the kitchen. So, yeah, somebody
Type
somebody
shit.
somebody was eating my hair, I guess, at some point, and then that's what happened. That was the result. So lesson learned: don't eat my hair, you little turd. She's sitting in the chair with me right now because that's where she likes to be. Um, so got that out the way. Speaking of pets, of course, I did see all my dad's pets again. They all missed me very much. So that was nice. Got to hang out with them. Um, Also, my company had its launch party because we got sold, sale got finalized, the company name got changed, um, and there was barbecue at the launch party that I did not get to partake in. However, I did. Um, my dad's friend was over and he made brisket, so I got to partake in brisket there. So that made up for it. Had some real nice brisket. I think that about covers it for what I've been on, or excuse me, for
What
like
you've
what's
been,
new,
yeah.
how things are going. So, Brayden, what's up with you, man?
Um, not much. Well, I have no idea how long this government shutdown is going to be.
Yeah,
Like I said, I haven't really had to dip into savings yet because I did get like paid. Like I did get paid one time after it had shut down, and I paid my mortgage right before it shut down. So the big stuff is all taken care of.
yeah,
Uh, but man, I'm like, how fucking long is this shit gonna be?
yeah.
I'm right now. It's in the I'm still happy we're shut down kind of stage because I'm chilling.
Uh
But
huh.
we'll see how long that lasts. Um, and then I went out shopping and I did get some like Halloween decorations for the front of the house to get festive. And then I also picked up hair dye to really get festive. And that's what I'll be doing after this pod is I'll be dyeing my hair as Jacob dies. Um, but yeah, so I wanted what I really wanted to do is I wanted to do black hair with orange pumpkins, but I think since I'm just gonna do it at home, I don't trust myself. I don't know how like I would get the orange to pop after having dyed my hair
Yeah.
black. So I'm gonna go like blonde again, and then I'm gonna do orange pumpkins and black bats. And I got these cookie cutters here to use as like stencils, and
Ooh.
and they are pretty big. So I'm kind of wondering exactly how I should do it, like
Yeah.
because I think I'm getting two of each. I just don't know where exactly the two should go. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Fairs.
And I might like take these and like kind of cut cardboard out, like cut a hole like with these out of cardboard. So because these are pretty, stiff, I can't quite move them over to lay on top of my head. So I might cut out some cardboard to use as the stencil. Um, yeah, I'm really gonna have to. I really don't know how I'm gonna place them. Um, I might just go like one each on the side here, and then like one on the back, like back top, like where
Yeah.
it curves, and then one like just the top of the head. I think that's what I'm leaning towards.
Yep.
But yeah, gonna do that. Other than that, trying to think. I don't really think much is going on with me, but a lot is going on with the Tennessee Titans right now.
Yeah, we can do that. Um, so Titans lost to the Raiders. Frankly, the score was closer than the game probably was. The Titans dressed it up a little bit at the end with a David Martin Robinson touchdown. Funny enough, but
Hilarious.
yeah, final score was 10-20. Um, just real quick nugget before we get into like the main thing.
Mm-hmm.
Femi Oladejo was playing easily his best game, and this just happened. He just got put on IR with a fractured leg.
Damn.
So yeah, we really just can't have anything. Our second round pick he had two TFLs. Pretty sure he had a pressure. He had a nice pass rush rep. I know that. Excuse me, but he was a fucking force in the run game against the Raiders, and He went down with an injury. It looked like he was in a decent bit of pain, and yeah, sure, a fractured leg. They're not expecting it to be season-ending. It's not a clean break, but still, it's not a super short-term thing. So, um, but yeah, the real meat of things, of course, they started out 1-5. They look like the same team they were last year. Brian Callahan has been let go. Um, yeah, nice guy, but he just didn't have it. Just when the bullets were flying, he just couldn't make the right decisions. Not a proper leader of men, I don't think. Um, just didn't work out. Hopefully he lands on his feet. Like I got a lot of respect for him as a dude. He seems like a nice guy. Um, just didn't have it. Just didn't have it whatsoever. And this is the right call. Um, Naturally, Bill Callahan has resigned from his post. It would be
Might
pretty
as well.
awkward if Bill Callahan stuck around after they fired his son. That's kind of the whole reason he was here in the first place. So, yeah, he followed suit within like 30 minutes. That was pretty quick.
How do you feel about that? Is that a big loss? How do you feel?
Not particularly. I
Well,
don't think the offensive line has been good enough so where you're like devastated that Bill Callahan's out the door. Like there's still problems there. More than
what
you'd
if y'all
like.
get worse? Like, what if y'all get like a lot worse?
Then well, the hindsight is 2020. But well, my biggest thing is like JC Latham still isn't very good. And it's like that was his guy. That's who he pounded the table for. Like we drafted Latham, who I was not very high on.
Right. Yes, I remember that.
And very famously was very not high on JC Latham.
You were
But
not
that was
happy.
Bill Callahan's favorite player in the entire draft. And now the guy within the organization who really pounded the table for Latham is no longer with the organization. So I don't know how Borgonzi feels about him. I don't know how Chad Brinker feels about him. I don't know how the new coach is going to feel about him. But either way, I want him playing right guard. Frankly, I think he does not have the athleticism necessary to play tackle in the NFL. I don't think he has it. Not that there aren't strengths in his game, but like he is going to get worked by the better pass rushers in this game because he just does not have the foot speed. Like Max Crosby eviscerated him last week, and like coming back from the ankle injury, tough assignment, for you to come back and say, hey, go block Max Crosby.
Yeah.
But it was bad. Like not what you want to see from a second year top 10 pick at the position. Especially when you look at how good Joe Alt was prior to his injury this season. So yeah, it's rough. But Mike McCoy, as expected, I think I brought him up probably a few weeks ago, has been named the interim. It makes sense. I think they hired him this offseason to be the emergency head coach because they gave him one of those fake jobs. They give senior offensive assistant or whatever. Like that was hey, Brian might be terrible, and if we have to fire him quickly, we need an experienced head coach in the room. Which I want to get to something real quick because I'm seeing a lot of people, both Titans fans and also just general football fans.
Well, what is it? Because you told me to have a list of names for
right
head coaches. They're probably on this list if it's who I'm.
Okay, yeah. Then I'll hold off on this thought, and I'll say it if you say the guy in particular.
I'm pretty sure they're on here.
He has to be because there's also a relationship within the Titans organization with this guy that it leads a lot of people to think he'll be the coach as well.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, with a head coach firing means that down the road there will be a head coach hiring. And let's just go ahead and start talking about potential names, potential candidates, and let's get a Titans fans' feelings on these names and candidates. So yeah, I have a list of names here of a bunch of head coaching candidates for the Tennessee Titans, and I want to see your reaction to them. There is a theme with the first 4 names here. The first name I'm going to throw out of you. If the Titans hired this head coach, how would you feel? Starting with Bones Fossil.
The likelihood is probably not there considering he's not even the interim.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? High energy guy, great special teams. Maybe that's contagious. I wouldn't like it, but at least it'd be the press conferences would be fun. I
All
like
right.
hearing him talk about football. He's a very smart guy.
What about Mike McCoy?
It would take a Herculean turnaround for this team for me to say Mike McCoy should be the head coach next year. Like I'm talking like if we finish 12-5,
Oh
okay,
my
sure,
god.
we can make my no. If this team finish, they're 1-5 right now. If they finish like 9-8, okay, yeah, we can talk about Mike McCoy being around, going forward. But unless it's a ridiculous turnaround where it's just night and day difference, Brian Callahan was dragging everything down. Nah, McCoy's an older guy. He was not a great head coach in San Diego. Excuse me. Like I think he's fine. Interim is good. He's the right choice on the team for the interim spot. But no, not somebody I'd want to keep around long term. Not in that role, anyways. If they give him another fake job in the future, that's fine.
Nick
Seems like a good
Holes.
dude. Absolutely not. I'll throw that idea in the fire.
All right. Denard Wilson.
I'm very hot and cold in my opinion on Denard Wilson. I think I've circled back around to he's probably a decent coach. It's hard for the defense to consistently play really good football when the offense is going 3 and out every drive, not eating up any time. The defense is constantly on the field. You're losing the time of possession battle every day, and and they're exhausted by the time they get to the fourth quarter. And not to mention, like, the horses just aren't there yet. Like, that's a talent deficient group. And Jeffrey Simmons is elevating a lot right now. Like, God forbid, if the Titans traded Jeffrey Simmons, which I don't think they're going to, it seems like they don't want to. Especially, he plays a position that ages well. They probably still view him as a building block. Especially considering they have a rookie quarterback, they have the most cap space in the league next season. They're probably hoping they can maybe be competitive next year, if not for sure the year after. Jeff Simmons is only going to be 32 years from now playing interior. Like, that's anywho. Denard, no, I wouldn't want him to be the head coach. I would not mind if the next head coach retains him as the defensive coordinator. That, like, I could live with that.
Yeah.
'Cause like I said, I don't think it's all his fault there.
So yeah, those were all of the internal hirings. That was that theming of the group. All right. Now some other candidates. All right. Joe Brady.
I lean no on Joe Brady because I just kind of hate his offense. Also, like, as soon as the Titans job opens up, he made sure to coach a terrible game that night. I don't know that he wants the job. Surely didn't look like it last night. So I also he's still very young. Like he's like early 30s still. I don't know if he has the experience necessary, especially they hired such an inexperienced guy in Callahan. I don't know if they'd want to go that route again. I don't know what connections he has as far as like building a staff goes. So I'm gonna lean no on this one.
Okay, then how about somebody that has had some head coaching experience? What about Cliff Kingsbury?
Not my favorite option, but if the Titans were going to go with a retread, I think he'd be the one I'd be most willing to give the shot to, just because I think the offense is a good fit for what Cam Ward does, but also he's been removed from the spotlight for a bit now. Hopefully he's gotten better at the aspects of the game that would be required of him as a head coach. We don't know that because he's practicing that as an offensive coordinator. But being around Dan Quinn, who I think is doing a good job, that could be helpful. So, yeah, if they're gonna go with a guy who with experience, which they very well might, Cliff to me is a guy that I would be not at the top of my list, but somebody I'd be willing to give a shot to. I could live with that.
What about somebody with a lot of experience in Mike McCarthy as a head coach?
See here, now this was the name I was alluding to earlier. So a lot of people.
If you need your floor raised.
I get that. And a lot of people, both Titans fans and non-Titans fans have come to this consensus that the Titans need a guy who will right the ship, right? They need a guy who can elevate the floor, consistent. I feel like that's what these 11 games of Mike McCoy are for, because that's why you fired Brian Callahan in the first place, so that Mike McCoy could right the ship a little bit and dress the table for the next guy.
It's actually just to get this everybody in the building used to saying Coach Mike. That's all it actually is.
We've had enough mics, frankly. um, like wanting your NFL team to hire Mike McCarthy is like wanting your NBA team to hire Doc Rivers. Like, yeah, the floor will be elevated, but beyond a shadow of a doubt, 2 or 3 years from now, you're going to be asking for more. Like, there's no, and especially when you have a young quarterback who is still developing, yeah, I have no doubt about it that McCarthy could raise the floor around Cam Ward. Is he going to help him get all the way there? I don't fucking know. Like,
I mean, if there's one thing I would maybe he could do is maybe help a quarterback out. I feel like Mike could help with that.
oh, we'll see. This is a very strong possibility because Chad Brinker has a lot of power in the Titans organization, and he spent a decade in Green Bay with Mike McCarthy. So this one, like, there's not just smoke here. This is a very real possibility. He might even be the favorite. He might be the early favorite to win the job. But especially he's got nothing else going on right now, and this is I think this will be a fairly attractive destination. You've got Cam Ward, you've got the most cap space in the league. Like, there's got to be people that want to walk into that situation. Like I said, like, yes, the floor will be elevated. It's not the worst thing in the world, and I get why a lot of people want it. But also, again, it's like wanting your NBA team to hire Doc Rivers. You know you're not going to be where you want to be at the end of his tenure. Like, Mike McCarthy's not winning the Titans the Super Bowl. And maybe that's obviously not the goal next season, but it's gonna be the goal within 2, 3, 4 years from now. And is Mike McCarthy gonna get you there? I don't think so. And I don't want to hire a guy just to know you're gonna have to replace him within a couple of years, because there's a ceiling as well as a floor. And just like Dallas said, yeah, Mike, you gotta go. And now Schottenheimer's in charge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm okay with it. But there's a lot that goes into that, and I don't think I want all.
You want him signing a 2-year deal,
essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he embraced that role, like if he just was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna raise the fuck out of the floor, and I'll leave amicably. All right. Now this next candidate, this is who you hire if you really want to test the mental strength of your young quarterback. What about Brian Flores?
I'm gonna lean no, because I really firmly believe when Brian Flores gets his shot, as long as the lawsuit with the NFL stuff is over, I firmly do believe he'll get it. It needs to be somewhere with an established quarterback. It just has to be. I don't want him walking into that situation again with a guy who he doesn't know if he's going to be the guy. And frankly, Flores might not want that. Plus, it's not just Tua. Like, there were other players as well. And now Miami, kind of a soft organization, in all fairness. Like, they ran Vic Fangio out of town, and he won a Super Bowl the next year. And the Eagles defenders had nothing but nice things to say about him. So, maybe it was just a cultural thing with the Dolphins for whatever reason, that they were a soft football team through and through. But like, Flores was just a general dick, not just the Tua stuff. So, at least to my understanding, not that general dick. So yeah, I'm gonna lean no. I'm gonna lean no, not with a young, still developing quarterback. No.
What about
not the end of the world if we do it, but okay. I would say no.
What about somebody who's been a part of the Titans before and is coming back for a reunion? What if y'all hired Arthur Smith as your guys' head coach?
Ownership likes him. Schematically, probably does a couple things that Cam Ward would like. No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he was a great head coach in Atlanta. I had issues with him as an offensive coordinator when he was in Tennessee. I would sometimes be really clawing at my face, just wondering what the fuck he was doing. So I don't know. I would say no on that one, but I could see it happening. Like, it's not outside the realm of possibility.
What about another Mike? What about Mike Kafka?
I'm glad you brought this one up. This one is also, I think, decently possible because I do think Mike Borgonzi spent some time with Mike Kafka in Kansas City.
Dude, the Mikes get together.
Not only that, but if the Giants continue the turnaround they've had since Dart's been the starter, I could see Kafka becoming a hot name again. Because even when the Giants have been bad, Kafka has been consistently getting interviews. Kafka is well respected around the league,
especially seeing what he's doing with a rookie quarterback from the same class.
So, and a lot of that stuff, and this is not to take away from what Jackson Dart's doing, but a lot of that stuff, because it's good that the coaching staff's just playing to his strengths. A lot of that is manufactured. And that's, again, that is just a compliment to the coaching staff, like that. And Kafka, I want to say, has been calling plays pretty much the entire Daboll tenure. He's very involved in that offense. Daboll's an offensive guy. Kafka is very involved in that offense, and there's a reason Kafka keeps getting interviews. I'd be willing to roll the dice on Kafka. I feel like I don't know. The reputation doesn't just come from nothing. There has to be a reason. Whether it's because he is a real football guy, like a real leader, or just because he's actually really smart offensively, and the Giants are just the Giants, and we haven't seen all of what he can do yet. But like I said, the dice roll there, I could live with it. Yeah, I wouldn't hate that.
All right, and maybe you looked over at a divisional rival at one point, seeing what one of their previous head coaches did. And it wasn't that good, but you still hire him anyways. What about Doug Peterson?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah, I'm not even entertaining that one.
Okay.
No, I wouldn't interview him, frankly. I wouldn't see it.
Now, how about a guy that I know you like? Okay. What about Jesse Minter?
That's the number one option for me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to hear no nonsense about, we shouldn't hire a defensive guy because Cam Ward needs development. I heard the same shit about Mike McDonald, and look at Sam Darnold's playing the best football of his career over in Seattle right now, and that Seahawks team is awesome. And in just year 2 under McDonald, they were good. They were awesome last year. They didn't all materialize, but very similar styles of defense. They come from the same background. They both worked under Jim Harbaugh, and then obviously McDonald also worked under John Harbaugh. He worked with both of them. But it's a guy you'd trust to build a staff. I would trust Jesse Minter to give Cam Ward a good offensive coordinator who would be there for probably 2 years at least. So yeah, I don't have any that is my number one guy to me. I want Jesse Minter is my top candidate.
All right. Well, what about a DC with head coaching experience, Robert Saleh?
Nah, I don't think so. I think he's got a good thing going in San Francisco. I think, frankly, that's where he belongs. I don't think he was a terrific coach by any stretch of the imagination with the Jets. I think he is probably just a very good defensive coordinator, and they love him over there. I think he should be the highest paid DC in the league year in and year out, and that's A-okay with me. I think he deserves it.
All right.
Don't think he, and maybe someday he could be. We saw it with Todd Bowles, who was fired from the Jets, and then a few years in Tampa takes over for Arians, and he's obviously still been maintaining what Arians helped build over there. So, no issues there. Maybe someday, but I don't think this season. No.
Riding with the DC mindset. What about Jim Schwartz?
Nah. Quite old as well. I don't want somebody whose age starts with a 6. It just is what it is.
Whoa!
I don't.
He's 59.
Next year he's gonna be 60.
That's true.
Yeah. Plus, Jim Schwartz was also here a couple of years ago. I don't know how ownership feels about him, but he was senior defensive
You'd
analysts.
probably hire him while he's still 59.
Yeah, but when the season starts, he'd be 60.
Well, the real coaching season starts before then. Well before
Brother.
then.
Okay, but point being, just I know I don't want to. Again, incredible defensive coordinator. He's awesome. That should just be the role that he's in. That's who he is. He's good at that. He's good at what he does. Let him keep. He's been a head coach before, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't think it turned out very well.
Jim Schwartz.
So, and if it did, he'd still be there. So I'd have to imagine at his age, he's gotten a shot before because he's been a good defensive coordinator for a long time in this league.
Let's see. Oh, he was the head coach for the Lions.
Yep.
2009 to 2013.
Okay, he had 4 years.
4 years of fun.
Yeah, like same as Mike McCoy had 4 years in San Diego.
San Diego.
All right. What we got next up on the list?
So that's all the NFL guys.
Okay.
I got 2 college guys because I don't know the college game that well. So dead ass when I just looked up like Titans head coaching like candidates 2025. This was like the last name on the list as like hey, if they're done, if they don't want to deal with the NIL yada 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 spiel, and they're like, we've heard some whispers of this guy. What about Steve Sarkisian?
Oh, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
I'm not touching Steve Sarkisian with a 10-foot pole. No,
Yeah?
Steve Sarkisian was in the NFL as an offensive coordinator for the Falcons. He was terrible. Got ran out of town.
And he's learned.
Went to go be the OC at Alabama. I just think I'm not even sure his offense really translated all that great to the college game. I mean, we've had multiple quarterbacks at this point disappoint in Sark's system. I'm not a Sark guy. I've never been a Sark guy. Also, he's kind of a dick. Like I don't like Steve. I don't like anything about Steve Sarkisian, frankly. Yeah, not my guy.
Well, he's not my guy.
Yeah.
The final name.
Okay.
This one's just more for fun.
Did you say James Franklin?
No. You said you didn't want somebody whose age started with a 6, and don't worry, that's not what this is. They're a tad older. What if we went with Bill Belichick?
I'm good. I think I'm gonna be all right.
The greatest coach of all time.
I'm good. Yeah. It's probably not impossible if that happens though. And if it does, that's another he has to understand that's a 2-year thing and he's out and we're getting a real future coach in there. But yeah, there are a couple other college guys I wanted to mention. I don't see either of them leaving. I think they really like what they do. Mm-hmm. This first candidate I would move heaven and earth for. If Dan Lanning at Oregon decided the college game was no longer for him, he didn't like having to keep up with the NIL, having to
losing to the Hoosiers,
fight to maintain his recruits, and he said, "I'm done. I'm handing Dan Lanning a blank check. I fucking love Dan Lanning. You will not find many bigger Dan Lanning fans than me. That is a true leader, right there. Yeah, I'm giving Dan Lanning the full unbridled whatever the hell he wants in the contract to come coach the Titans. Another guy who I'd like, Matt Campbell at Iowa State. They're actually having a bit of a disappointing year right now. They've just dropped a couple in a row, I think. I don't know if there's anything injury-wise going on there. I haven't watched as much of them this year as I have the previous couple of years. Was very invested in Iowa State last year. I watched almost all their games. And I started this year watching their first few. I hadn't watched in a little while. I know they lost to Cincinnati. I think they just lost again this last weekend. Losing to teams they really shouldn't be. But Matt Campbell at Iowa State is a coach I've always respected quite a bit. And if he were to decide to move on as well, he'd be a guy I would be interested in. And funny enough, I remember Dan Campbell's introductory press conference with the Lions. He said, "Yeah, I got the job because they thought I was Matt Campbell." Dan Campbell was still a relative unknown at that point, and the Lions just kind of had to find somebody who would be willing to take the job. Crazy to think about it in hindsight that the Lions job was as undesirable as it was, just because of how quickly he turned it around over there. Good for him.
Yeah, Like genuinely, we're just waiting on a Super Bowl for that to be like the greatest turnaround ever. I mean, the
Yeah,
Lions
it's
were
just
bad.
legendary, a legendary story for this guy who was an interim in New Orleans, I think, at one point, or no, interim in Miami. I beg your pardon, because he was the Saints tight end coach when they hired him.
I'm
I
in
think he was the Dolphins interim.
Miami.
He was the Dolphins interim a few years before, at some point. Um, but yeah, was a tight ends coach. Was not a name that was floated around at all. Hell, maybe the Titans find somebody like that this cycle. Just a position coach who is not a hot name, but somebody who just fucking loves football and can get a locker room together and knows just also apparently is just is the greatest staff builder of all time.
Yeah.
Um, he's just fun. Actually, you know what? We got to talk about Todd Bowles' ability to find offensive coordinators, because he's 3 for 3 now. Um, since Byron Leftwich has been gone. It started with Dave Canales, and then it was Liam Cohen, and now what's his name, John Grizzard, something like that. Who another name I've seen floated around. He's only 35. Like obviously Tampa's still like they haven't lost a beat. My only concern, in that would be, hang on one second.
Hold up. Yeah, I mean, we give a lot of credit to Baker, deservingly so, for how the
Excuse me,
offense has been
Josh
rolling.
Grizzard. Yeah.
But I mean, with all the injuries, you got to give it to Baker and the OC. I mean,
Well, like Dave, like the Panthers are probably a little better than expected right now, in year 2 with Canales.
3-0 at home, I think.
Yeah, and they're 3-3 in general. Like they're playing better football than you'd think. Obviously, Liam Cohen's doing a phenomenal job with Jacksonville. They have the most drops in the league and most penalties in the league, and they're 4-2. And those 2 losses being close losses, like they're building, and like Trevor Lawrence still like making some of the mistakes he's always been prone to making. Like he's not playing like perfect football there. Still room to grow. It's like the team as a whole, like he's put together a great staff there. He's been awesome. Like my hang up is like, what are the chances that they go 3 for 3 and all 3 of those guys are just good head coaches? And like if ever that trend was to not continue, it would be when we tried to hop on it. That's just how that shit works. Like somebody mentioned him to me in this, because I made an Instagram post about who my guys were, and somebody commented Josh Grizzard, and I'm like, the philosophy of just hire whoever Tampa's OC is has worked thus far, but as soon as we tried to do it, that's when it would stop working. Like I just know. Obviously, if we did hire Josh Grizzard, I would not be complaining. I'd be pretty optimistic, just given the track record of the Buccaneers offensive coordinators as head coaches. But also just the body of work in its own right this season. They've obviously just been ridiculous, and especially what they've done with Egbuka. If Tennessee gets one of those kind of receivers, the Jordan Tyson or Mekhi Lemon, one of those elite movers. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm taking that. Absolutely, no question about it. So, one other name I wanted to mention is Clint Kubiak, the Seahawks offensive coordinator. Not at the top of my list, but a guy that I liked last year in New Orleans, a guy that I definitely like this year in Seattle. Not perfect, definitely, but he's still a young guy, still figuring it out. He might not be ready, so he would be a guy that I'd have a bit of a hang up there in terms of moving on already to being a head coach. But I do like him. He's somebody I'd keep an eye on. And that's probably it, I think, for head coach candidates. But yeah, if we're talking NFL guys, I want Jesse Minter. If we're talking college guys, give me Dan Lanning. Absolutely. But yeah, that'd be the list there for me.
Cool.
Yep.
Should we do picks? Is that what we should do right now?
Let's do, yeah. Or do you want to? Yeah, we can do picks. Do you want to cut deep after the picks?
Yeah, they're right there. Okay,
Yeah, cool.
Let's see, where are we right now? Standing. Let's see what happened last week.
I'm still in second. I know that.
So last week you won by 1.
Okay, I'm catching up.
let's see. What were our? Let's see, we
It's 2
both.
weeks in a row I've won.
The difference is you had Carolina. I had Dallas.
Mm.
I had.
I did. I didn't remember. Okay, that's good.
I had Vegas. You had Tennessee.
That's right.
You had Green Bay. And then those are our differences.
You had Cincinnati.
They made it. Hey, they made it a game at the end.
Fair enough.
They made it a game at the end.
I think actually I remember during the pod last week I was like I picked Carolina because I'm like I kind of think we have too many similar and I kind of feel good about this one and I picked Carolina at that point. Rico Dowdle has like almost 500 yards of scrimmage the last 2 games. Like we gotta have a conversation. Is Chuba Hubbard even gonna have a job when he gets back from injury?
No shot. If
He's gonna have a
doing
role,
this
but
shit,
like you can't take Dowdle off the field.
yeah.
Like, now when he's playing like this.
Cool. Here's your 8 touches, Hubbard. All right.
Yeah, maybe 10 if you're lucky, but Dowdle's still getting 30.
I mean, at this point, trade him. Like, at least be like, hey, anybody want a running back?
Yeah, I bet you the Chargers might want him. Like, they might want to pick him up.
Chargers.
Vidal had a really good game.
Yeah, Vidal had a great game. Cardinals might be interested. I don't know.
Vidal FC, always hold. Always hold. He will get his shot. Last week he got his shot. So
I was able to pick him up in one league.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I like Vidal a lot, so I'm very happy he got his opportunity.
Cardinals might be interested in like a Hubbard with their injuries.
Yeah.
Trying to think who else, but he's good. I mean, he's a good player.
Kansas City. I would like him in Kansas City a lot.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't like it as a football fan, but like in terms of like they need a running back.
That is true. But no, don't.
Don't encourage them. Yeah, I know.
But dude, I was so fucking pissed when the fucking Chiefs won. Because it was just like, shit, they really are gonna fuck around and.
I was half tempted to pick them too, and I didn't. I should have. But oh well.
Dude, I was so happy when the Eagles lost, and then the Commanders had to fucking drop a game, and I was like, well, fuck, the Eagles maybe still will win this division.
And or fuck it, the Giants might find a path, and then the Titans hire Mike Kafka as their next.
This division does feel very open to any of the teams.
Yeah.
Some obviously more likely than others, but
yeah,
definitely more open than it felt like 2 weeks ago. All right, Steelers at Bengals.
Feel pretty good about Pittsburgh winning this one. Just got a feeling.
This is the one. This is the Joe Flacco game, dude.
This is the one. All right, I'll take your word for it.
It's at home. Divisional game. Shenanigans can happen, dude. Give me fucking Joe Flacco. I think he's going to have more time, more rhythm with his receivers. I think they'll finally let him really... Because for a while, for a lot of that game, like they weren't even really letting him throw downfield. Another week of practice, more reps with the receivers. I think they're going to open it up more. Give me the Bengals.
Yeah, give me Pittsburgh.
Rams
at Jags. The Jags might run into a similar problem this week as they did last week, where they just ran into a better team. Like Jacksonville's really good. I don't want to take anything away from what they're doing.
Well, I'm
the Rams are better. I picked Seattle last week. I will be picking the Rams this week.
I'll go with Jacksonville this week.
Wait a minute. This is a home game for Jacksonville. They're in London.
Yeah.
I should have considered that. This is
the London bump. There is a London bump.
They're in home too. So shit. I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Rams, but yeah, I have to factor in the London advantage for Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Saints at Bears.
Give me the Bears.
Has there been an international game every week this season so far? I feel like there has. Maybe 1 week didn't, but I feel like other than that, there's.
Because week 1 started off with a Brazil game,
Ireland.
Right?
Yeah, Brazil and Ireland, I think, in week 1, if I'm not mistaken. Or no, maybe not. I don't know, but I know Brazil.
Here, I'm just gonna Google
Friday Brazil game.
NFL International Games 2025.
I kind of want to take New Orleans in this one, and I think I'm gonna.
Oh, it's not saying what week.
Good Lord. Dolphins, Browns. How is that a real football game?
No, I don't think there was, because it went from September 5th. The next one was like September 28th.
Okay.
So, anyways, Dolphins, Browns.
I don't care.
I'll take the Browns. When it's like 2 bad teams going up against each other, but one of them still has like one side of the ball that's really good, I'll just take the one that at least has
plus
one
they're
unit.
at home. I think I'll take Cleveland.
Judkins better bounce back. I traded for him, and then he immediately drops 3 fantasy points. Fuck's going on with that?
Yeah.
Raiders at Chiefs.
In Kansas City.
Is Brock Bowers on IR or just hurt?
I don't think he's on IR. He's like week to week.
Okay.
He might be back this week though. It's possible. I wouldn't bet on it, but there's a chance.
I'm betting on it. Let's go with the Raiders.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pick against the Chiefs the whole fucking season.
It's fair enough.
Speaking
Eagles,
of picking
Vikings.
against the team the whole fucking season.
Give me Kevin O'Connell off a bye.
Yeah, KOC off a bye.
I'm with you. Give me Minnesota.
I don't even care which quarterback it is.
I don't give a fuck. Carson Wentz revenge game. I don't care. Hell, put Max Brosmer in. I want to see Max Brosmer.
I might draw the line somewhere.
Okay.
Panthers and
have
Jets.
not won a road game yet. The Jets have not won any game yet. Something's got to give. I'm going to go with Carolina.
I'm going to go with the Jets.
Interesting. Justin Fields versus this defense. I'm not sure about all that.
How good is his defense?
It's not like great, but like they're sometimes good.
Okay, yeah, I'll take Justin Fields. Give me Garrett Wilson doing something special this game.
I do love me some Garrett Wilson. Mike Vrabel returns to Nashville, and the Titans got the interim head coach bump.
But the Patriots have the MVP candidate bump with Drake May.
Patriots are wagon. Give me Tennessee to cover, but yeah, I think New England's got it. The point spread is 7. I don't know.
I can play with that.
Please just cover. Like, Brian Callahan did not cover in a single game that he lost. His record as a head coach was also the exact same as his record against the spread.
I think he covered like 18% of the games.
The only time he ever covered was when he won. He never covered in a loss. So just cover. That's how I know this team is different. If they cover the spread in a loss.
Dude, I scrolled on accident. I hate what they're doing on Monday night.
Oh, I don't even want to know, do I? Giants at Broncos. Give me the Giants. Fuck it. Give me the Giants.
No, give me the Broncos.
Colts Chargers. Ooh, it's a good one.
The Chargers were way too close with the Dolphins. I'm going to take the Colts.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to take Indy as well. I'm with you. Packers at Cardinals. Yeah, give me Green Bay.
Reluctantly, I'll take Green Bay. Although the Cardinals looked a lot better with Brissett.
Commanders at Cowboys is an interesting.
Cowboys are at home. I'll take the divisional team at home.
Excuse me. Yeah, there's not a lot separating these teams, is there?
What's the spread? Oh, 1.5?
1.5 favored to the Commanders. Yeah. Ooh, this is a tough one.
Yeah.
Give me Commanders.
Falcons at Niners for Sunday Night Football.
Fuck it, give me the Falcons.
I'll ride with the Niners. I think Falcons are going to be one of those teams that's a little different away at home. You look at the start time. Look at the fucking start time.
I'm sick to my fucking stomach. I got to stay up till 1:30 in the morning to watch Sam Darnold this week. Are we fucking serious?
Yes. Stop doing these fucking double headers.
I am sick to my goddamn stomach. Truly.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That is a 10 p.m. start time for you. That is.
Oh my god. Oh, that is terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, that is shameful.
I guess the idea is so they don't overlap this week like they do in previous weeks, but
start the game at 5:00 then. For all I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Or you know what? Stop doing the double headers.
I will say
why is Texans at Seahawks not a 4:00 game?
I was gonna say at least the better matchup is the earlier one. The more fun game is the earlier one.
Yeah.
But man, yeah, that is.
Well, I guess maybe they think the only people watching the Seahawks game are people on the West Coast. But like, no, I want to watch. I live in Florida.
Well, against the Texans, like who were bad.
Like, yeah, that's a Central Time team as well. Like, whatever. Okay, give me Tampa to beat the Lions,
Okay, yeah, I'm riding with the Bucks.
and give me Seattle to beat Houston.
Yes. I'm with you on both of those.
Sounds good. So who's on bye this week? The Ravens, and then who else?
The Ravens.
Ravens are on bye. There's another team on bye. There's 2 this week. It's Baltimore and I don't know. There's another team in there somewhere. Excuse me.
All right, week. What week is it? 7? Oh, it's the Bills.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
They
So I
need
was
it.
just wondering. Yeah, they need it. They've
They
dropped
need
2
it.
in a row. Yeah.
They dropped 2 in a row, and yeah, Josh Allen's on the outside looking in now for the MVP race. Baker now has a comfortable lead.
I think Darnold is close behind him. I don't think it's a big lead. I think Darnold is right there.
Baker went into that man's home, walked out with a win.
Because his defensive lineman tipped a ball that got intercepted. Baker didn't do that. Whatever. Anywho.
His aura definitely influenced that play.
You know what? No, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I forgot about that factor. We're doing cutting deep.
Yeah.
Cutting deep. Hi, Bowie. Hi, Bowie. Hi, sweet boy. I love you.
All right, one of each.
I love you, buddy.
Okay. The icebreaker's kind of. What was I wearing when we first met?
Hopefully
there's not a way in this world we would remember that.
Hopefully a thong.
Probably not.
No, you were a child. So
I was wearing my fucking JROTC uniform.
I probably will. Well, I would have been too if that's the case.
We just fitted up together.
Yep. Just had that shit on.
Oh, Dirk, you're not standing still in the shot. I have to shock you now. All right.
Stop fucking moving.
Spoiled. My mom spoils him. You know, she lets him move around the house. All right, deep. If you won the lottery, what would you do with the money?
So are we talking like mega millions? Like I'm getting like stupid amounts of money?
I'm assuming stupid.
I would assume
assuming
as well.
stupid.
Okay.
I'm paying off my house.
I'm paying off everybody's house.
I'm quitting my job, and I'm going full hermit. Like I'm not.
I'm paying off my mom's house. I'm paying off my dad's house. I'm giving my brother money for a house. I'm setting money aside for my sister to get a house.
I'll make sure
I'm paying off Brayden's house.
I'm making sure the nephew's got like a college fund. I'll make sure they got like childcare for my sister can relax a little bit.
I'm starting a charity or a shelter or a rescue or something or multiple. Fuck it. Yeah, I'm gonna just do as much philanthropy as possible. I think with the money I got. I'm gonna just live comfortable. Get me a house, nothing too crazy.
Yeah, I'm definitely quitting my job and never working again.
Yeah, hell no. Like I'm not fucking touching employment if I don't have to.
Yeah.
No, my time is my time at that point. Like I'm gonna just do what I want to do.
Yeah, I'll be able to be a full-time YouTuber without making any money off of it. Like that's what I'll be doing.
Purely for the love of the game. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's pure love because that's all it's been right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just have more time to do that.
I'll be able to like hire editors. Like I'll be able to like have better videos out and more frequently. It's like, man, this is like really high production for a 2,000 sub YouTube channel. How's you affording all this? Who knows? All right, deeper. Huh? Interesting. This another money one. This kind of ties into one of the things you were saying you would do with your money. If you were to donate all your money to one cause, which would you pick and why?
Ooh. So only one cause.
One cause, that's tough. I
mean, I would never do that. I would always divvy it up among multiple. But if I had to,
this is all my money. This is like the money I have now. So like, what am I even helping? Like, I don't have like help out money.
I don't either. I got like $5.
I've got like I could pay for your checkup at the doctor's office one time, money.
I still have money on my HSA card. Like I could give, yeah, I could, I could pay for somebody's doctor appointment like one time. Um, fuck.
Let's just say we had a
I don't
lot
know.
of we had make impact money to
Okay,
donate somewhere.
I'm giving it all to like underserved communities type shit. I'm giving it to the poor.
Yeah, I'm probably would something with like preventing starvation in different
I know it
parts of
would
the
be to
world.
people. I wouldn't give it to animals. Like I know if I had to give one cause, it would be to people.
Yeah, yeah. That's yeah, probably. Yeah, I think mine would go towards battling starvation just across the
Yeah,
world. Just
type shit.
something like that. It's like, damn, bro, let a motherfucker eat. All right. I think it's time for motherfucking. You ready?
Uh-huh.
All right. Top
Let's do it.
3 of the week. Pokemon Gen 10 wish list.
Yes, sir. There were some leaks.
Yeah.
In fact, the entire next 5 years of development allegedly have been leaked. But in particular,
There's some Gen
of
5
our
remakes leaked,
particular
right?
interest,
Right? Right?
I have bad news. We ain't ever getting the Gen 5.
Dude, there's no shot.
It's the scene in Andor where Kino Loy is like, "No one's getting out," but instead of that, it's "No one's getting Gen 5 remakes." Well, it ain't happening. At least not within 2030.
You know what?
2031's my year for real.
I think they just didn't find that in the fucking when they were fucking leaking shit. I bet it still comes
Perhaps the
out within
archives
5
are
years.
incomplete.
Probably. Give me yeah. I'm saying right now it's still within 5 years. Within 5 years, because like the last remake was made by like a different studio. Maybe they just didn't fucking hit the right studio. It might still be out there.
Well, the last remake was also terrible, in all fairness. But yeah, we're also getting Legends Galar
Well,
at
what
some
was
point. Interesting region to do Legends with, but
dude? I
that's
fucking love how they're like we're not doing any rhyme or reason for Legends. You thought you had like a formula you could try to predict starters. 2 in 1 region. Fuck what you heard. All in one city as well. Like I like how Legends really is gonna be. Let's just fucking do something.
let's just
Completely new battle mechanic, like
Yeah.
battle system. Let's run it. So I like that.
It really is like Pokemon's playground, where like they just get to have as much experimentation as possible, which I think is awesome.
Absolutely.
I want them to do as much weird shit as they can fit into those games every time they do them. I don't care if Legends Z to A plays nothing like Legends Arceus, and if the Galar Legends game plays nothing like Z to A. Good. Let them play completely different.
Fucking the next one's gonna be a real time strategy, like moving Pokemon around. Like it's gonna be yeah.
fucking Stellaris, or like Halo Wars or something.
It's like Mario Rabbids.
Yeah. Or to find a way. Yeah, we've got our we've got our wish lists of the top 3 things we want to see in Gen 10. These games are taking place in a region based on Indonesia, which means, and also Omori is directing again, which means we're almost certainly getting islands again.
I mean, if you're doing
Indonesia, yeah. Plus, it's the guy that did Sun and Moon, so we're going to get some island exploration. I like Sun and Moon. I think it's a fun take on the formula. I hope they switch it up a little bit again this time around. I like Gen 7 probably more than most. So
I definitely like it. It's the one that I played like.
It was your introduction technically to like
yeah,
the full
in its pure form, like it was. And I like, and I got a couple favorite Pokemon from that gen. I got
absolutely.
There's you.
Lycan Rock, right?
Oh, it's hiding behind it. Okay, yeah, they're right there. Some plushies staring at me. Yeah. Do you want to start? Or you want me to start?
I can go ahead and start here. So I have an honorable mention, which is just give me another grass water type. Give me another grass water type.
Okay. Real
please.
Specific.
Just give me another great. Like I said, I couldn't make this like one of the three because this is like just dumb. But I just want to see another one. Like it's been too long. Um, but here's my actual first. I'm gonna say complete character customization. I like. We shouldn't just limit the full spectrum of character customization just to Kalos, because I know they're bringing it all the way back for Z to A, and obviously X and Y has you can get some crazy fits on in X and Y. It's awesome. It's my favorite thing about the game, besides the megas. You know, close second. I want to see that be like I know it's Paris, it's fashion. I don't think that should be a gimmick specific to that region. It shouldn't be a gimmick at all. It should be part of the core game. Like that needs to be available all the time, and I think we should start with this gen as making that a staple again. So, because in Scarlet and Violet, you can only change so much, and then with Sword and Shield, you were still beholden to wearing the uniform during the gym battles, which I think was cool for that game. You're basing it on the UK. You want it to look like soccer. Like it was cool. And like for the story of Scarlet and Violet, you're at school, you have to wear the school uniform whenever it's cool. Based on the little nuggets of information we have for the story of this game, I don't think there's going to be any clothing gimmick tied to the story. So I want full customization all the time.
Give it to me.
Your number 3.
So my number 3 is a little dumb. So if it is islands, I want somehow, some way to be able to import your Pocopia island into the game. Like a base type, like I guess like it would be like you're just able to go there, chill there, heal there, have your Pokemon running around on there. Just importing the one that you spent however much time on in Pocopia, it just being one of the islands that you can travel to in this Indonesia-based game.
That's not entirely out of the realm of possibility, I don't think, because the theme of the game is supposed to be infinity, and so there's allegedly going to be like procedurally generated islands. If they're already doing procedural generation, fuck it. Let's add the Pocopia island too. Why not? Like, it probably won't happen, but that would be like if ever there was a game for them to do something like that, it would be this one, allegedly, just based on some of the information that's been leaked.
Your number 2.
My number 2, and this one, I heard rumblings that this was going to be happening. I want more interactions with your party. I want to feel more like these are real creatures I'm on a journey with. They've done more and more of that the last 2 gens. I want them to continue building on that because I do really think the camping stuff, just the hanging out, playing with your Pokemon, that's really it's a cool base. They need to continue building on it. And from what I heard, almost every Pokemon in this game is like interactable with in some fashion. So a lot of them you can ride. So there's gonna be a lot of different Pokemon you can ride in this game, not just like the couple that we've been limited to, either like the mouse in Sun and Moon, or obviously the legendary Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet. Like you're gonna be able to ride a lot of Pokemon apparently in these games. Good. I want more and more interaction with my party members. So that's exciting. Your number 2.
So my number 2, this is a basic one. Like this is something where it's just like
Don't matter.
It'd be so easy, and like a lot of ROMs have this included, and it's just difficulty settings. Put that shit in already. Like it makes no sense why it's not in there. I also it'd be cool if there was a Nuzlocke setting in the game.
ROMs do that too. There's ROMs that have actual Nuzlocke settings in them.
Like it's going to be a lot simpler. Like you just easy settings. Either maybe don't even like even if the levels are the same throughout. Just like the idea, like the AI, like how good they are as trainers, items that the trainers could potentially have. Things like that. Maybe gym leaders do have different teams depending on the settings. But just come on. Because Pokemon has been the biggest criticism. Not the biggest, but one of the biggest criticisms against Pokemon has been that the game is just too easy, and a lot of the fans that have been here for 30 years are like, all right, give me a little more, please. So yeah, difficulty settings easy, and it's the easiest thing. It's the easiest thing on here.
Yeah.
So you're number one.
This was something that over the course of the last couple of games has been really the 3D era in general has been sorely missing. This is by far and away, I think, the thing that could separate this game the most. And they've taken a lot of time with this game, so hopefully this is something they're hoping to include. More interactions with the environment. You get virtually none of that in Scarlet and Violet. There is like nothing feels lived in. You can't hardly enter any buildings outside of the main ones. Um, it feels like towns are set pieces, not places where people live in the Pokemon world. Like you go to Castelia City in the Unova region. There's people hustling and bustling, constantly moving, getting where they need to be. That is a lived-in city. That feels like Pokemon's New York. You've got like not my favorite region, but you've got the culture of each town of Johto. Like that feels like a lived-in region, and it feels like those people have like those families have lived there for decades, if not centuries.
I love Johto.
Yeah, I think the culture of Johto is fantastic. Scarlet and Violet really didn't have hardly like anything of that. It did like the culture felt lacking. The actual like people doing things in towns that made them feel like they lived there was lacking. I need all of that back and then some in this gen.
It's just
Especially
they have
like we're going back to Asia. Like, let's do something with that. Let's have a little fun with that.
also it's just like the hardware. They're going to be working on the best hardware they've had. Like
Ever.
how are they not?
You have to make use of that.
Is Gen 10 going to be a Switch 2 exclusive? Has that?
I would have to imagine so.
Because
if
if
Zeta
it
is like of like both, I think this game is going to be. This game is not coming out until like late 2026 or like early 2027. This should be a Switch 2 exclusive.
because if it's a Switch 2, like the Switch 2 is I think it's actually better than the Steam Deck. I think.
Yeah.
You've got no excuse. I mean, you've already had no excuse because anytime you look at a Pokemon game, you're like, well, the hardware. You could always point to other games on the exact same hardware that are optimizing it way better. But like, come on, like, even like being ass on the Switch 2, like you just it's such a better system than you've ever been on. You really need to be able to just not. You don't even need to take advantage of it because even if you just like met the minimum, like met the average of what other people are doing on that system, that would be leaps and bounds like the best Pokemon game.
Yeah.
In terms of like
it
power.
felt like Scarlet and Violet had very good characters, some of the best character writing I think in any Pokemon game.
I like the Dex a lot.
It feels like they forgot everything else as far as the non-Pokemon stuff goes. The story's flat, and I want another story. We haven't had a story-driven game in a while too. Like I do want to return to that, but predominantly give me more interactable environments. Give me a region that feels like people actually live here and it's not just set dressing everywhere. Yeah, I think that's about it for that.
I can't wait to see the starters.
That's the most exciting part every
time.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking about it because
I just know they're gonna bang. Like starters generally are good. Like it's hard to find bad starters. I have a good feeling that they're gonna be up there. Like I just know it.
Because I like one of the most hyped moments for me as a Pokemon fan was the Gen 9 starter reveal.
Yeah.
It was such a good trailer to like showcase it, like the vibe of that stumbling upon like that tapestry kind of thing. And like I've said, the fastest I ever fell in love with a Pokemon was my eyes being laid upon Fuecoco. He's right here. I actually got a Squishmallow like literally yesterday. He's in my room right now. Please, like, I'm excited.
Yeah, I can't wait for the starter reveal trailer. That's gonna be generational. I need to avoid I need to just mute the word starter like when we get to that point because I don't want to see any leaks about what the starters are gonna look like before we get the reveal trailer. I need the reveal trailer to show me. to show me that. But is it time for well? Oh wait, you still have to do
Yeah,
your
I still got mine.
number one. Yeah.
So this is like they kind of did it in Gen 9, but they didn't do it properly. And that's just being able to do like the gyms in any order. And maybe not even truly all 8 in any order, but like maybe you do the one and then you, because if it's islands, like I would be cool with like the first island, there's the gym there, and then you set out to sea and like you can kind of go to a different gym or a different island depending on where you just choose to go. And
Yeah.
just the
Explore at your own pace.
yeah, and just like the gym leader's team being based upon the number of badges you have, like that's we've talked about this multiple times in the podcast, I think, but just like Pokemon Origins established that, like when Red goes to Brock and Brock's like, "Oh, you got no badges? All right, this is the team I'm going to use."
Right.
Fucking, it's already established within Pokemon, like
Right.
like one of the properties out there. Like just take that idea, which is great, and put it in a game, and it would just be awesome. Yeah, even if it's like sectioned off, like. You do like the intro gym, and then there's like these next 3 that you can kind of do in any order. I don't even like need a full 8 random shit, but even just sections off of like, all right, now you've gotten good enough, now you progress here.
The only reason I think they wouldn't do like completely like in order or completely random order is because you still have to account for the Pokemon on the routes near the gyms, like how those levels was, because if they just scale to your badges, then when you're done with the game, there's gonna be no low level Pokemon anymore. So I don't know how they plan on doing that. Like that's up to them to figure out. But like you said, like if they just section off, like once you do, the first gym, you can do like these next 3 in any order, and then like you can do these 2 in either order, then these 2 in either order, whatever. Assuming they even do gyms, like they could do another.
Yeah. This is the
else
guy that said no gyms. Did something interesting.
Let's do the island challenge.
And,
so whatever his goal is this time, I'm
with
there.
Pokemon Champions, like now that like VGC has a safe place over here, it really lets up for really a fun. Like, they could really kind of go and do whatever. I think they could probably still only veer so far off, but who the fuck knows?
Yeah. Hi, kitties. All right. Time for what we've been on.
Yeah. What you been on, brother?
Finished Peacemaker.
Yeah. How'd you feel about the finale?
There at the end, I really do think so. I think cool character study of Peacemaker that just ends setting up a Superman sequel. Like that's okay.
Yeah.
Vigilante.
I feel like his character went a little.
He doesn't get to do anything.
He just
feels like wasted potential.
He's just like, all right, quiz me on animal facts. They make that joke like 8 times. It was funny at first. It was funny when Fury finally like he gave into it and like was just sitting there quizzing him, but like it just did it too much.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's a problem with this show in general. Some bits just drag on way too long.
Yes.
And I was watching Cosmonaut's video on it because he came out with one today. He didn't like the season much at all. He ended up giving the whole thing a 5, but he was like, I just think James Gunn's humor works better in a film because there's always something going on. So even if jokes don't land, you're moving on to the next thing instead of like in a show, you can really just kind of drag it out and it long overstays its welcome and you can bring it back in following episodes. And if it doesn't hit, it really doesn't hit. And I think that's a fair point.
I'll tell you what though, Fury, like that character, he was so fucking funny to me.
Absolutely.
This whole show. And the bird blindness, I definitely was like, oh, I just thought he was, being sarcastic, fucking with the Economos.
Right.
And then when I realized, like, oh no, he actually fucking has bird blindness, and then it was really funny. Yeah, his character as a whole, Tim Meadows, was just so funny.
I like Tim Meadows just in general, like everything that he's in. I think he's a funny guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was very happy to see him show up. But yeah, in general,
I
like that. It's not as good as season 1, but I like the season overall.
Yeah.
But
the season overall, I liked it.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, because what I was excited about the DCU was like projects being. I kind of said like obviously some are gonna connect outside of just direct sequels, but like any of the Justice League members, hey, maybe you should probably watch their movies before the Justice League movie. Like that makes sense, but like
Right. You gotta
Peacemaker
watch
setting up,
Peacemaker to set up Superman. Like, what are we
which
doing?
it like probably isn't gonna be. It probably won't be necessary, quote unquote, to watch, but it is just like, all right, they don't need to be connected this
Oh yeah,
much.
it's not as bad as like making Mando and Grogu reunite in Boba Fett's show levels of like, hey, why do I have to watch this to understand this? But that's not ideal.
Yeah,
Um,
we'll
Ultimately, I mean,
see.
I trust James Gunn's vision, but yeah,
Yeah, I'm
I
not
do.
worried about the universe at whole, but like that was
Nah,
just a misstep.
yeah, I think so. I
I'm
think that's
gonna
fair.
see Supergirl, Clayface, and Lanterns next year and be like, yeah, the DCU is the
Yep,
greatest thing ever made.
yep.
Like,
Yeah,
so
I
I'm not
can't
worried
wait.
about it long term, but
Well, and Lanterns tonally is going to be nothing like Peacemaker as well. It's going to be very
none of
different.
those three. I mean, like
Right.
Supergirl has the best chance of it, but it's still gonna be pretty different.
Yeah.
Clayface is gonna be the biggest difference.
That shit's going to be insane.
Yeah,
I can't wait to see Clayface.
yeah, me too. Someone was like, Clayface is gonna end with Rick Flag throwing Clayface into this fuck ass dimension, isn't it? I was like, oh my god, it better not. It fucking better not.
No, all like Lanterns, Supergirl, and Clayface all end with Rick Flag throwing the protagonist into the fucking prison.
Oh my gosh.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
I have seen the first episode of Smiling Friends season 3. I've not seen episode 2
Same.
yet.
Same.
Episode 2 came out last night.
I'll probably watch
Uh,
it while I'm letting my hair die.
it's a Mr. Frog episode, so I do actually want to tap in once we're done here. 'Cause I
Oh,
love Mr.
absolutely. It's
I don't know anybody who does a better Mr. Frog impression than me. Uh, but yeah, I do love me some
well,
Mr.
okay. You
Frog.
can't just say that.
Uh, hello, I'm Mr. Frog. Hello.
That's pretty good.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm a little congested, so it's probably even better when I'm not still congested.
Hmm.
Um, oh, but I'm not sorry. Hello.
Yeah, but yeah, you can't just be like, I do a really good impression, anyways.
And
Like,
not do
nah,
it.
run
Yeah,
that
okay.
back.
All right, all
Do
right,
it. Do
all
the impression.
right. I'm not sorry.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I mean, the first episode already fucking spit out a fucking hit meme or like a.
Yeah.
Alan, we are so fucked.
Yeah, great episode. Yeah, I will be tapping into episode 2
Yeah.
once we're done. I'm gonna take a shit once we're done, and then I'm gonna tap into episode
Yeah,
2.
I'll get my hair. Well, I'll switch over my laundry, get my hair. Start making it go. Real blonde.
Oh, I don't have anything else like that. I think I've been on yet. I am going to a Magdalena Bay concert on Friday though with my friend John.
Mm.
I can't fucking wait.
I'm
I've been
on
I've had
Friday.
the ticket since like March,
Yeah.
I think. Well, you know how much I love Magdalena Bay. Like I'm
Yes.
fucking ready.
I'll be going to a piano performance of the Zelda soundtrack on Friday.
Oh hell yeah, that's
Or is it
awesome.
Saturday? I'll have to check my tickets. I think it's Friday.
By the way, we'll have music to discuss when we get back
Yeah.
next week.
And
For
then,
sure.
and then Gabe just asked me if I wanted to go to some protest on Saturday, and I was like, sure.
Hell yeah,
So,
I'd be there if I wasn't over here.
we'll see. But yeah, I think I don't got anything else unless you got something else.
No, I got a meeting with my turlet is what I
All
got.
right,
I'm about to
then,
shit myself.
That's
So,
going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go ahead and like the video, comment anything down below, and subscribe to catch these every week. But yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Like I said, thank you so much for watching. And as always, keep gaming, and fuck Nico Harrison, and fuck Jerry Jones.